Hello, it's me, Arisa Gaming. We're back for some more Victoria 3. Hope you're doing well, Ayla Evo. Yeah, it's taken a little bit longer to wrap up Brazil in Victoria 3 than we thought. That's for a few reasons. I think the main reason is the achievement that I was planning on getting turned out to be a lot more complicated than I thought. That's what's taken up the most time. But, to be fair, this actually does give us an excuse to get all the way to the end of the century. Right? Because the game actually finishes in 1936. I love the menu screen art for this game, by the way. But yeah, I think today should be relatively straightforward. The main annoying bit is going to be figuring out what to do with our vassals. So we have most of South America now. The only bit we don't have is Dutch Guyana. So we're going to have to fight Germany for it, because Germany actually puppeted the Netherlands, which is an interesting change of pace from usual. So we're just about to do that war. We'll do that war first, and then we'll figure out what else is going on. This time we're fighting Mexico and Germany, and France is on our side, so we'll see what happens. I don't care about the military treaty being contravened. That shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. I guess we'll find out. So yeah, let's just do this war. War with Germany. So we want to conquer Dutch Guyana, and I've also put just to nationalize all our buildings in here. And then Germany wants us to transfer some subjects and do a few other bits. Our navy is supreme. We should be able to get away with a lot because of our navy, which is right here. Now, we're going to have to fight Mexico's navy a little bit, I think. I think our subjects will be able to take care of Mexico. Mexico is not very great at the moment. So we'll see how that goes. We did just switch everything over to automated production methods. I did that because our private industry is going to keep building buildings while we're gone, and I'm not sure how much other stuff we actually need to build or can build, so I'm going to let that happen. We've also got the American flu, not in real life, but in the game. We've quarantined Maranhão and Pará at the moment, which is why things are looking a bit dicey economically. But that's fine. We'll just do this war and not do any national construction while waiting for this. We are also building all of the rubber plantations in these states. And once we wrap up the war, what we're gonna have to do with these states. So we're gonna have to annex New Granada, Ecuador, and Bolivia. Wait, what's going on here? Is my army involved in this? No, this is just the French. Okay, well, I don't care about that then. We're on attack here, so that should be fine. But we're going to have to annex these guys, complete the journal entries, I think, for those states. So we're going to give them the 15... We've got to give them the 15 things. Oh, look, we can actually develop Guyana already. That's good. Let's get more migration attraction. It's not like we're fighting a war over here or anything. But you got to click this button, and then a year later, you can click this button. Well, actually... You can only click this button once a year. I feel like we can press this button immediately after this button if it applies, but it probably doesn't apply yet. We are going to need to keep building more infrastructure in Guyana. Guyana is currently incorporating, so that's not great. There's probably a few things we could do here. Oh, let's put some livestock ranches in here. We need more meat. Earnings. Will that show up in here? Does that actually show up on this list yet? Guyana, it does. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it didn't work very well. Do that. Yeah, build those for now. I'll keep an eye on what is going on with our... market as well. At the moment, we're mostly demanding coal and lead and engines because we've done assembly lines for everything. I think that is the correct call, but let's just let that situation evolve a little bit. In any case, we clearly have the front advantage. Even if France loses this initial battle, we can definitely just fight them. You're on the front, aren't you? Yeah, you are on the front. Good. We have a lot of troops in this army. Now, there's a few fronts that aren't actually being protected at the moment, but I'm confident that our subjects have it. It looks like they do have it over here. There's a few different revolts going on in Africa. Let's just ignore that for now. Yeah, we're spending a bit of money. Military goods are a little bit expensive. Meat and grain. You know what? Maize farms. Can't do maize. We can't do maize up here. What about wheat? Can we do wheat up here? Probably not. Rice. You don't have any arable land left. Oh, we just spent it all on livestock ranches. Okay. Was that the right call? Well, we'll see. We could sell some stuff and build some more livestock ranches. Let's go ahead and just build all of the lumber camps here as well, right? I know the construction efficiency is less than usual. I think that's alright. Yeah, go ahead and do that. I don't think there's anything else we can build here at the moment. Oh, we can build oil rigs. Yeah, build oil rigs. I'm sure we're going to get a fair few people migrating to Guyana. That's going to cost us a lot of money, and we're probably not going to get a lot of construction actually going on here. But these are pretty cheap buildings. You know what we could do, actually? Let's go ahead and... probably... Wait, we don't have violent suppression going on anywhere. What are you talking about? Let's remove the resource stuff on Amazonas. And then I'm going to put road maintenance in Guyana. Oh. Ugh. That's irritating. Okay, we'll do road maintenance in Guyana. That will give us another 10% construction efficiency, so that should help build these a bit quicker, so we stop hemorrhaging money. Right, we've got another battle here on this front. That looks like it's going well. Good. And then this front here, that's also going well. Yeah, we've got them surrounded. We've literally got them surrounded. That makes sense. Good. Okay, what's going on here? The American flu spreads. Damn. Santa Catarina, Piranha. Right. So, we need to go ahead and take a decision on that. So, we're generally choosing to quarantine all of these states. Yeah, we're going to lose a lot of money from that now. Although it's only 50% mortality in these states. It's 150% in Maranhão because that's where it started. Sucks that people are dying, but we are at least importing more people. So it's not too bad. Revolution and Pacific Coast? What? Oh, we got the Colombian feminist revolt over here. Interesting. Oh, it looks like someone's winning over here. That's no good. Whatever, I'm gonna let you sort yourselves out. And then once we've beaten them on this front, we're gonna go ahead and just push back into Panama. Oh, this is brutal. Yeah, because the throughput affects the government administrations as well, this is also having a negative impact on a lot of this stuff. So let's get our taxes back in Piranha as well. We'll build 10 of those. Secession in North Sea. What? Ireland rose up! They were sick of the Brits losing wars. Good. Wait, who's doing a naval invasion of Britain at the moment? The Ottomans. Okay. Yes! It's like the sickos meme. Every time I see something bad happen to the British Republic, I'm just like, yes! Oh god, we're losing so much money now. Am I gonna have to raise taxes again? I mean, we could. What law are we passing at the moment? Oh god, we got more American flu spreading. The Anti-Mask League. Manuel de Mello has formed the Anti-Mask League in opposition to our pandemic measures. They dispute the effectiveness of our policies and demand we revoke them for the sake of the country. Struggling economy. So If we abandon them, then mortality will be very high. Or we discredit them, or we ignore them. Well, why would... Oh, discrediting them gives them less sway. Do I care about that? I don't care about that. Maybe I care about that. Sure. We're gonna keep doing this, and then the flu spreads again. So, Acre and Amazonas. Okay. Well, yeah, losing money. I guess... What's the law we're doing again? Are we doing a law? Looks like we're not doing a law. Well, in that case, I'm going to increase taxation again. Yeah, have fun. We're going to do very high taxes just for a little bit, just because the pandemic situation is so dire. Yeah, have fun with that. That means we're probably going to have to build more government administrations again. You're still filling up. You can have a couple. You can have a couple. I mean, this is not ideal. But we're going to have to put up with it. This does happen in history. Confirmed. Yeah, keep building all these buildings. Looks like the banana plantations are downsizing. I mean, that's good. That means we can get more livestock ranches in. Definitely want the oil rigs. But yeah, what we're going to do, I guess we'll just have to annex these guys, do the achievement, and then we'll release them again for the authority. I think that makes sense, right? I guess we'll see what happens. Costa Rican Communist Revolt, okay. Lots of revolts. Oh, it's in Panama now, okay. Good! It's tax looking. Okay. I'm mildly concerned. But it does look like it's moved on from those other states, so it is wrapping around. That's good. I'm happy to, like, quarantine it if it's not affecting, like, the whole country at once. Just let it pass through. And then we'll earn that money back and we'll pay off this debt again. We'll see how that goes. Oil rigs might take a little bit of time. I'm not expecting Germany to do anything significant in this war. Look, we got 84 offense. Yeah, the machine gunners are doing work. It's actually kind of scary to think how much the world changed in the 100 years this game is set in. The little person has risen up. I love this flag. Whose flag is this? French Senegal. Okay. Yes, keep beating them up. We got some Diet Pepsi today. This is indeed a Pepsi day. Urban terrain. Wow, they're fighting in the streets. I mean, it definitely would have been nice to just buy this off of them like we bought French Guiana, but the Germans hate us. So that wasn't going to happen. Oh my god. Notifications. Get rid of them. Right, Titan safety standards. All these negative events in the Amazon is kind of annoying. I guess it's the price we pay. Because we do get some pretty good buffs now as well. Right, what's going on? Local transportation shortage in Amazonas. Okay. Coal is expensive. Meat, grain, automobiles. Pandemic response. Okay. We need to renew this, apparently. Yeah. Yeah, keep imposing the lockdown. I'm sure the tax situation isn't going to help the loyalists. The loyalists are still increasing. Let's see how long that lasts. How much occupation do we have now? 77%. Okay. That's good. And then I would like to enforce the nationalization. I'm just not sure how likely that is. Because what we'll do is we'll just push up through Central America, get Mexico out of the war, and then we'll probably just go invade the Netherlands, right? Because France is trying to push Germany here. They're not doing very well, admittedly. Right, we're done. Okay, so your army is heading back now. Mobilize you and go here. You're going by a sea, apparently. Interesting. Oh, Panama got occupied. Lol. Oh, good luck, Panama. Right. Where's their navy? Right. I'm going to go here. Let's go get their fleet here. And I'm imagining we should push them very quickly out of Central America, right? Who is actually occupying this? Oh, the Costa Rican Communist Revolt. That's funny. Okay. Automatic glass blowers. Let's have a look at this. So that's for food industries. No. Glassworks. That makes sense. Do we want to do this? Yes. Okay. Go ahead and do that. Wow, that took a big hit to productivity. We shouldn't have shortages of anything. Transportation shortages. Let's wait for that to equilibrate a little bit. I feel like I'm potentially automating too much stuff. These are just the states that have the throughput penalties. Yeah, let's go fight their ships. When are we going to be able to get you out of here? Yeah. Press all of these. What's your capitulation desire? We should definitely be able to get Mexico out of this pretty quickly. Okay. We succeeded on that one. Good. Your army is going to go here now. Good. Yeah, have fun. Okay, we are really running out of bureaucracy now. Oh, man. Yeah. So we want this many, probably. It's a lot, right? Oh, well. Yeah, have fun with that. Turns out, most of your nation getting a large throughput penalty is not good. It's appeared in Guyana? Okay. Good. Yeah, we're really gonna suffer for a little bit. This is welfare payments as well. Perhaps we should lower welfare payments. Then again, we can get in a fair amount of debt and get out of it again. We know that already. At the end of the day, people are still coming here. Empty pockets. More loyalists, please. Actually, can't you just... Why can't you interact with this? What's the war goal? How do we actually... Are we even in this war? No, we're not in this war. But you're occupied by Costa Rica. So how has this worked out? Why can't I actually just attack you? Very weird to me. Should I just capitulate? Should I just let the communists win? I might just do that. Right. Yeah. There you go. Have fun. Move back Panama. We'll go deal with you later. We have a truce for 5 years. Oh. Yeah, your leverage is going to go back up. So you'll rejoin the power block. I don't mind you being communist. I just really don't want to have to deal with you right now. Oh my god, Mato Grosso, Piranha. Okay. Right, let's get rid of road maintenance in Guyana. Yeah, leave that alone for now. We're still trying to build a power block statue in Guyana. Actually, you know what? Is that worth doing? No, we don't have the authority, that's why I cancelled it. Yeah, just leave it. We'll vassalize you again very soon. In fact, let's actually just do a few more things. How much debt do you have? Not a lot. That's like a day's worth of payments. Yeah, here you go, have fun. Right, how's this going? Also, what's going on here? Yeah, so these keep coming up, but they're rotating around, so I'm okay with this. Right, zoom me out. Get rid of all these notifications. You're building more railways, steel ports, things like that, that's fine. Yeah, we're crushing the Mexicans. So I'm imagining they're just going to dip out fairly soon. I'm presuming we have actually fought their navy over here. There isn't really a lot of navy to fight. Our army has low organization. Oh, our commander died. Okay. Entrepreneur? What? Ah. This guy. You can get promoted. That'll do. Have fun. We have a lot of extra bureaucracy now. That's probably not actually going to help out very much. Oh, it's Prudent! The Explorer. Damn. We'll miss him. Or American flu, eh? Rio, no. You know what? Have that in Panama, have that in Mato Grosso. Oh, Sao Paulo, you need 20. Okay. I don't mind having all this extra bureaucracy at the end for the extra construction efficiency. Paper isn't really a constraint on what we're doing at the moment. The extra construction efficiency is helpful in the Amazon. Yeah, this leverage is going to increase very quickly. Tibetans. There's not many Tibetans. I don't think. Let's have a look. How many people are in Tibet? About 3 million. Fair enough. There's some weird stuff going on over here. Oh, we got the trench infantry. That would be good to do, wouldn't it? I mean, Mexico, you're going to come out of this war soon, right? Let's go back to the barracks, because I think that just unlocked a new method for the barracks. Did it? No. Okay, let's just actually review that quickly. What happened? We're researching airplanes at the moment. I want to get the airplanes. Oh, it doesn't lead to anything else at the moment. That's fine. Right. What else is going on? An exile at the gates. Okay, we got an agitator. Sure. Come join us. I don't really care. Oh, we got an election going on. More pandemic. Great. The armed forces suggest a more hardline foreign policy towards the British Republic due to poor relations. We get 3 armed forces approval. Sure. Man, this is painful. Let's put 5 more in Sao Paulo. Actually, no, let's not do that. Sao Paulo is filling back up. Let's leave it. We're still doing the proper pandemic response. God, imagine how bad this would be if it was somewhere else. We gotta look after our people. We can put up with the pain for now. Right, you're gonna bow out now, aren't you? Yeah, you're occupied now. I can't actually get here, can I? I mean, we could do a naval invasion. Oh, we need our admiral. Get another admiral. Naval commander? Sure. Then we need to promote you a little bit. They're changing commanders a lot in the next update. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I imagine you're going to bow out in a minute. Yeah. Good. Okay, so I guess the next thing to do is do a naval invasion on Germany. Means probably come over here. What's this? Oh, the US is doing a naval invasion of Germany. That's hilarious. Okay. Right, so you go. What? What's going on? Where are you going? They're going to the Pacific Seaboard. I don't think so. Let's assign a strategic objective over there. Is that going to help you out? I don't know. We'll get Costa Rica back into the fold. I don't mind them going communist, though. Whichever way forward. Let's see. Trade unions can stay in the France fellowship. That's fine. Manuel de Mello has been accused of gross corruption. Sure. Going on legitimacy-wise. Oh, I hate this. I hate this. I really don't want it to keep spreading, though. Mortality is reduced for successive waves as well. Let's keep an eye on that. Are we getting any reduced penalties anywhere? Not yet. Not really. We could afford to lock down, so I'd rather lock down. I mean, I say we can afford to lock down. It's going to be a bit annoying. Oh. Costa Rica? What? Yeah. We're not at war with Costa Rica anymore. Get out of here. That army going. Come on, army. Are you just stuck here now? Is that the correct thing to happen? Oh, the Navy is coming over here. Okay, don't worry about that. And I don't know what's going on. Why is our army trapped? You're just trapped here, suffering 0.8% attrition forever. How about we plan an invasion this way? Oh, we can plan an invasion this way. Okay, let's do that then. Let's invade Flanders. No, we can't get you. Why can't you reach a sea node? Am I just going to demobilize you? I'm going to demobilize you. I'm going to demobilize you and upgrade you to trench infantry. You can go back to Brazil. There's some weird, wacky stuff is happening. I'm going to set your strategic objective to Brazil. We'll see what happens. Peace? Are you looking for peace now? Oh. White peace. Okay, sure. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, accept. Fine. I really hope you could start moving back. In any case, I don't really want to pay to keep them mobilized. Maybe we just leave them alone. Maybe they'll come back after the war. What's wrong with you? Sure. Right, when are you going to actually accept this peace deal? Pretty soon. Are you actually getting beaten up by France now? Kind of. Not conclusively. But it seems possible. Right, flu pandemic is going away gradually. We've got 3 million going out in welfare payments per week now. That's rough. Yeah, we've had a real downturn. Let's see. What's the actual party with the momentum at the moment? You know what? Get the trait. That's fine. Oh, I can't wait for this pandemic to end. I can't wait for you to surrender. Should happen pretty soon, and then we can nationalize all those buildings for free. Wait, Ireland's winning. Ireland's winning against Britain. Also, their flag just says Irish Republic on it. Wait, really? Oh my god! What is this? Is this a real flag? I've never seen this flag in my life. That's hilarious, though. I like it. Straight and to the point. Oh, good for you, Ireland. That flag is pink. the flag reeks of we fired our flag design. But it kind of works. So long as it's the only flag like that in the game, I'm happy with it. Yeah, it looks like the pandemic is actually coming to an end. Good. I'm hoping all these welfare payments will stop then. Because this is ridiculous. I'm beginning to think I'm going to have to go back and adjust all these production methods again, but we'll see. Yeah, you'll surrender soon. We don't need to participate in this war. We've got some transportation shortages. You know what? Yeah, give them the momentum. That's fine. You must be ready now, right? Yeah, you're ready. Proposed peace deal. Nationalize all these buildings for me, please. There we go. We have the whole of Guyana! Hooray! Okay, so we won all the other rubber plantations. That's good. Now we're at peace again. So you're coming back, right? Is our army just glitched here forever now? I could just transfer them all to the second army. Right? No. Are you actually just stuck forever? I can't even just move you over here. This seems like an actual problem. How do we get our army unstuck? This is just some kind of weird glitch. You know what? I think I'm gonna save it. And we're gonna reload, because this definitely seems like a bug. Just mildly annoying, but at least we didn't need them to win the war in the end. I just want to get our economy back on track. These welfare payments are way too much. Maybe I just need to lower taxes again, and that will cause the welfare payments to drop again? That's often how it works. Because it really shouldn't be this high. It was never this high to begin with. Right, there we go, that was bugged. Okay, rebase you in Brazil. Interesting. Hawaiian Communist Revolt, okay. I think I'm gonna let these communists win generally, I don't really care. We've got to get out of this debt pit before I try and do anything else crazy. But I'm just glad we actually have the whole of Guyana now, and we've been incorporating it this whole time as well. Which is good. Now, let's go and have a look at all these buildings then, right? So... it does not appear like we're actually losing automation or losing productivity from our automation. That is not what's going on here. Maybe it is for these. Okay, maybe the glass... was it the glass? No. The tooling workshops. Maybe for the tooling workshops we increase the productivity again. Although that's kind of ridiculous. Let's have a look at what's going on market-wise. So, tools are pretty cheap at the moment, aren't they? Yes. We're exporting a lot of them as well. Okay, so we don't need to make that many tools. So this should actually be fine. So let's go ahead and do that. Paper, we're not currently automating, that's fine. Looks like steel, we could probably go back to water tube boiler. Actually, let's go back to hand assembly for steel. Motor industries, we should go back to hand assembly. Yeah, that's fine. Shipyards. Yeah, have them all be steamships. Yeah, that's fine. Automotive industries will stay like that. Arms industries, we go back to hand assembly. Yeah, some of these shouldn't have been automated because they're not actually productive enough for that to make sense. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Let's see. Yeah, you go to fertilizers. You go to fig orchards. Then thresher machines for you. Tractors for the maize farms is fine. Don't care about the millet farms. We have a lot of millet farms now. Livestock we do want to automate. That's okay. Rail cars for vineyards is fine. Probably don't want to do this for... Is this actually going to save coal? It says it's going to save coal overall. Yeah, let's do it. Probably not that one. We don't need these things for the iron mines. Why are you unproductive? Oh, that's just the minimum on the range. That range doesn't make any sense. Lead, we can have the steam donkey. Lead would apparently benefit from trains. Okay. Yeah, you've got rail transport. That's fine. I think we'll turn it off for you. Because it's a lot of coffee. Sorry, I don't want to micromanage this all day, but I'm just aware that we're in a bit of a dire straits situation at the moment. Yeah, turn that off, turn that off. Opium we don't directly control. Turn this off. Because we've got the transportation shortages as well. I think I've gone a bit too hard on this. I'll turn it off for here if there's no difference to productivity. Yeah. That's not enough of a difference. Yeah, leave it like that for now. And then urban centers... I think we're just going to leave it as it is for that. Power plants. We have coal. Or are we just not actually requiring this much power? I think I'm just going to go through these again. Yeah, we'll turn off some of the coal power now. Because I can see that we're clearly just using a lot of coal. Then you can start hiring again. Weird how this oscillates back and forth between certain things being more viable or less viable. Yeah, go for it. I'm not sure whether this is a mistake or not, but we'll find out, I guess. Yeah, those are fine. Okay, leave those. Yeah, we want telephone switchboards. We don't actually have the analytical philosophy department, but that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Rubber. Let's get rid of the road carts on the rubber. Then all the rail carts on the rubber. No, it is road carts. Yeah, we're switching back to road carts. Wales, you can go to... Oh. You know, I'm gonna leave you. Oil can stay as it is. It's a rail situation. So we have steam trains in a few places, but electric trains in our states. Okay. Right, leave that then. Okay, let's go back to that and see how it goes. Oh, I just know we're causing all sorts of chaos at the moment. Got a big train shortage now, apparently. Right, so we need to go back to our trains. Okay. We'll figure this out. We'll figure this out. There's a lot of levers to pull now. Right, motor industries. Set you. Probably... the situation with this. Oh, you're all hiring again. That's the issue. I'm going to set you back to assembly lines. I think I've just generally caused a huge amount of chaos. I just fired everyone. I think I have just fired everyone. Great. Good plan. Okay. I guess we'll automate this again then. Tools. I guess we'll have to automate that again. Right, let's leave that for now. And then perhaps I should just leave stuff alone for a minute. Let people rehire. We now have 10 million unemployed because I unemployed like a third of the country, which is why everyone's on welfare. Okay. Yeah, get more loyalists. Oh god, what have I done? You guys have got to hire again. Did I just completely destroy the economy by turning all these automation methods on and off? I guess we'll see, right? Right, switch to just Brazil. The Scottish people are coming from the Irish uprising. Wait, what? Oh, right. They're coming from here because they're occupied. That's very funny. Right. I think we just need to actually just leave it for a few minutes and see what happens. But these welfare payments are just going to kill us. The flu pandemic is going away, but everyone's just on welfare now. What's going on here? It's fine. Okay, the flu is done. Good. No more flu. Alright, what's the election situation? Let's see if we can reform a better government. We'll leave it for now, that's fine. Right. I think I need to lower the welfare budget. So we have a modifier at the moment that's giving us extra welfare payments. So let's lower it to 3 for now. It's going to take a year. I'm kind of concerned we're going to go bankrupt and then we're not going to be able to do the thing that we need to do. there anything else we can actually do to save money? The reality is, this is just like the meme where it's like, oh, how do I balance my budget? Like, the entire expense budget is welfare payments. Right, we're getting electricity shortages everywhere. See, this is why getting your power plants more productive isn't necessarily what you actually want to do with the automation method. So let's go back to the power plants. We don't want to let a shortage build up. We want to get the price of electricity to a reasonable number. Let's switch back to coal power. We're just going to do that everywhere. Maybe Santa Catarina can stay as it is. You can switch back. You can switch back. You stayed on that level already. You can switch back. You can switch back. You can switch back. You get the picture. It does keep increasing the cost of engines, but I think we're just going to have to put up with that. Yeah, this was obviously a mistake. Right, okay. Do that. So we no longer have electricity shortages. We have some transportation shortages. That's probably okay. So telephones, ironclads, telephones, ironclads, engines, and radios are too expensive. Right. Okay, I think things are starting to get better again, but let's keep an eye on it. Right, motors. What is going on here? You should all be set to electric, right? What is going on? Right, you're filling back up. I think I just need to let you fill back up. I think we just fired everyone who was working here, and that's most of the issue. Now, the other thing I could do is I could, because if we look at our construction sector, what's our investment pool? Our investment pool is 10 million. That's not a lot. I was going to say maybe we privatize some more of our buildings. We were building more railroads. Oh, let's get some decrees back in place. So, put one of you in Guyana, that's fine. And then I think the manufacturing is going to fill back up. So I think I just want to keep doing the resources. Actually, hold on. There are any cheaper ones? Not really. Do that. Let's lower the military budget. Let's lower the government budget. Just got to try and claw this money back. Yeah, and just rehire all these people. We just have too many unemployed people now. So, I think perhaps we just get rid of the welfare payments for now then. We're going to get these people back into jobs. Obviously, it's not going to help the standard of living situation, but yeah. You've had some real chaos. It's going back up, but what are we even going to do about this? Loyalists are going back up. That's good. Now, is there anything else I want to do with the laws? I don't think there is. No, we're just going to leave the laws. So I'm not going to worry about legitimacy necessarily. I'm going to put this off. There's no way we're going to hit this now. We just got to get these people back off of welfare. Right. I'm going to speed for it. We just need people to get back off of welfare. And then we don't need to build more things. We just need to let people move around back to their jobs. Oh, we can invite Costa Rica again. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Come back. Right, and then members subjugate, which we can do. We can't do this yet. We have to do it for in 5 years' time. That's fine. Right. Steel is expensive again. Why is steel expensive? That's alright. I think that's sort of resolving itself again. Yeah, I think let's just get rid of the welfare payments, see what happens. Get people back in these industries, and then we can increase them again, maybe. But I've got to make sure we don't go bankrupt. Because if we go bankrupt, we can't do this annexation. I think the situation is improving again. I think we caused our own Great Depression. Good stuff. Oh, I don't want to accept this. What has happened with you? Africa's just falling apart. Apparently. Are you just not actually able to invade this? Oh, whatever. I don't care. Yeah, have fun. There we go. We're decolonizing. Let's just sort ourselves out at home, and then we'll go from there. Just let everyone sort themselves out for like 5 years. Standard of living is actually going up. That's funny. I'm sure you guys will go back into your jobs. Which ones are the unproductive steel mills? What we could do is we could sell some buildings that are nationally owned that don't currently have occupants. But a lot of private levels that have been built that aren't filling up. Not for steel mills, though. Yeah, for the motor industries, we could do this. So does this return money to the fund? Let's have a look. I'm not sure. I don't think it does. We have built a lot of these levels. You're automatically downsizing. It's fair enough. Yeah, let's just have a look at the wage situation. Are you just not profitable? You are profitable. Your cash reserves are decreasing. Finish, okay. I don't care about this. Oh god, I can't believe we just, like, sabotaged our own economy. It is bouncing back, though. Like, now that we don't have the pandemic that we're dealing with, that's good. Guyana still needs to develop. We need to develop the... Actually, we have urban centers here. What's going on? So we have urban centers. Oh, we need a railway. Do we not have a railway in Guyana? I feel like we did. Yeah, we have 10. So, any Brazilian state has developed Amazon, does not have Taming the Amazon. Oh, when you activate this, it gives the Taming the Amazon modifier, doesn't it? Yeah. So, we can activate it in 7 months. Okay, that's fine. Okay, looks like Hawaii's sorted out. Good. Don't worry about this then. Well, I guess just build it at this point, because we're getting notifications spammed. Oh, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There you go. Yeah, how do we get these people back into jobs? Probably just lowering the welfare payments again. I think we are just literally going to have to wait this out. Maybe. Man, I don't know. I don't mind letting them automatically downsize, as long as that money's actually going back into our investment pool, but I don't know whether it is or not. Right, let's have a look at this. Where are the unemployed people? Not there. Population census. Workplace. Who is unemployed? Who's the biggest group of unemployed people? In fact, actually, let's just look at it this way. So, laborers in Sao Paulo are unemployed, and they're prosperous. Right. Clerks and laborers in Sao Paulo. So if we look at Sao Paulo... Come on. Yeah. If we look here... You're not hiring. They're reducing the hiring target. You're hiring. None of these are hiring. Wages are just very high. Yeah, this is the thing. Wages are just very high now. Base wages due to average annual wage in Sao Paulo. Wages are decreasing since last week. Yeah, if we have a look at our welfare... No. If we have a look at our welfare, this increases the wage target as well. So I think that's the issue. Our buildings aren't profitable because we're paying our people too much money. Are we at the point where we just speed 5 it? I don't think we are, because this is going down again. Our companies are still building all of these industries. Maybe this is going to sort itself out. In any case, I think we do have to... I think this probably will sort itself out. Oh, I don't know, actually. We're getting close to the bankruptcy threshold. This is way too much money to be paying. Our interest payments are getting high now, too. We're lowering the welfare every year. Let's just see what happens when we actually lower it. So that'll change in... I don't know, like 6 weeks? Maybe that will solve the whole issue. I think actually just taking that modifier that gave us the massive penalty, or the massive increase in welfare payments, I think it's actually been what killed us. It's, distributing food surplus. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're not dead. I'm exaggerating, but it's not good. We kind of sabotaged ourselves with that. Yeah, the population is flattened out now. I mean, if we look at migration attraction as well, like, migration attraction has gone down. Unemployment, minus 7.2. So the more unemployment we've got, the less migration attraction there is. Which makes sense. Except we do have lots of available jobs. But the wage target is just too high, so it's not happening. People would rather just be unemployed. Also, let's actually go to... What did it say? Oh, the army. Right, let's go back to the army. Where is the army? We can upgrade you to siege artillery now. Which I think is fine. Very little of our overall cost. Again. Yeah, I'm basically just waiting for this welfare to drop down. And then we'll see what happens. Because if it looks like... If we end up going bankrupt, then I'm not sure we can actually get this thing sorted. I could just try and sneak it in before we go bankrupt, but I don't think adding a sudden... Like, adding these people, adding all the radicals, adding the turmoil... I wouldn't do it at all were it not for this achievement that we need to get. So I just want to make sure we get back to a stable place before that point, if we can. Have some more Pepsi. Right, that has decreased now. Yeah, so our welfare payments just dropped by $1 million per week. That's good. That should mean the wage target will decrease on the buildings, which means we should start hiring people again, right? Let's have a look at Sao Paulo again. Yeah, because look, like the huge cost of this is in the buildings. Yeah, wages are decreasing. So that should make our buildings more profitable again, right? The effect this is having as well, because the cash reserves of our buildings are decreasing this whole time, because we're paying everyone the wages from the welfare, that means our credit limit is actually decreasing at the moment. So we've got a double whammy. Our debt's going up, and our credit limit's going down. Because it's based on this. And the good news is the wages are consistently going down. Yeah, this is hitting a rebound. This is not good. fact, the credit pool is going down faster than the debt is going up. I suspect we may actually just end up in bankruptcy. Mexico wants to improve relations. What, do you want to join our power block? Actually, no, we don't, because we don't want to border with the US. Actually, does that matter? We could, how about we get relations up with, Mexico? Here you go. We'll get Mexico in the power block, why not? Welfare payments is still just absolutely sky high. More oil, okay. Yeah, the issue with our economy now is we have all the buildings. It's just trying to get people to actually work the friggin' jobs. But that's why automation can be a good thing, because it means you're paying people less wages. Oh, why have we got another diplomatic play going on? Zanj, okay. Yeah, GDP just keeps going down. I mean, part of that is because we're not building anything, but a lot of this is just from general issues with hiring people. Oh, we can do this now. Okay, that's good. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, completed the journal entry again. That's no good because we've got to annex this. Is there a tax law that would better suit us at the moment? Proportional taxation, again. So, what we could do is we could try and reform the government, get proportional taxation back in. So who would that actually be? So that would be industrialists, petty bourgeoisie, landowners. So we don't have the legitimacy for that, because, yeah. Well, I mean, let's try a little bit better than that. Yeah, you didn't get any of the votes. Just have everyone in government. Yeah, we can't do that. Yeah, we're just not getting a lot of dividends taxes. We were umming and ahhing about this for a while, what the better tax method would be. We actually gonna get to experience bankruptcy then? I just really don't know what to do. Do I just privatize everything? I mean, that's something we could do. We could just privatize everything, let all the private investors buy stuff, but, like, the investment pool is not that large. I don't think that's really going to help. I mean, the other thing is, let's actually have a look in here. Yes, privatizing everything always works. Lol. Yeah. So, company headquarters. These are our companies. Regional company headquarters. Again, these aren't our companies. So, East India Company. This company. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So, these are foreign companies. So we have a foreign furniture manufacturers company, a foreign textiles company. They're the big players. So I'm going to do something. Let's actually go ahead and privatize our... or allow people to privatize our textile mills and our furniture manufacturers. Let's see what happens. Anyone going to buy any of those? You're going to start spending all this investment pool on privatizing things? There's no state which has sufficient infrastructure and available workforce for new private constructions. Still not sure I really believe that. Yeah, standard of living is going to go down a fair bit, I think. Unemployed keeps rising. I can't believe we have literally just broken our economy by flipping the automation methods on things. It just strikes me as really weird. It makes me think this is not what's actually happened. Yeah, why have the private companies built so many of these buildings? We are absolutely hemorrhaging money. International telephone exchange? Sure. I don't know what to do. All we can do is lower the welfare payments, and that takes like a lot of time. Man, I don't know. It's back up to 3 million. People keep getting unemployed. Yeah, these wages are just so high. Or maybe we do need to do the rails again. Ugh. We don't have transportation shortages anymore. I mean, we'll keep playing around with this, but it just feels like no matter what we do, it's not, the levers aren't actually having a good effect. You know we don't want it on these ones. Coal mines, yes. Okay. Iron mines, yes. What about Steam Donkey for iron mines? Yeah, let's do it. What? Coffee plantations, we could do it. Cotton. No, probably not. Dyes we could do. Tea, probably not. Sugar. Probably not. I mean, the other thing is we could just redistribute our arable land, but that would cost a lot in construction. We don't really have the money for that now. Rubber, we could do... Yeah, I don't know, man. Most of our population's got unemployed. I don't believe we actually need the analytical philosophy department for the university. What's going on with that? So that is more paper for more qualifications. Paper isn't very expensive. Whatever, just do it. Well, I'm not really very satisfied with how that's gone. I guess we'll just try and keep lowering the wage target and see if that helps. Private sector keeps building more buildings, but it just doesn't feel like that's actually helping anywhere that they're building them. France is also building a lot of buildings. Mostly these French companies, to be honest. Yeah, look, nobody's in any of these arts academies. I think we've literally just got to wait until the welfare payments go down. I'm gonna speed 5 it. We've got to hope that gets enough people actually working again that we break out of this funk by decreasing the actual wages we're paying people. Rayon for synthetic plants. Actually, let's have a look at that. Hold on. Because we're not actually making our own silk. That might be something worth doing. So, yeah. Yeah, this is definitely worth doing. Set you to silk production. Yeah, we get to see on speed 5 now. You can see how quickly the bar's moving up here. Damn, I thought we were going to get to 1 billion. We're fighting all these communists instead. Should happen fairly soon. And the good news is the interest is still fairly low compared to the welfare payments. So I'm pretty confident we can avoid bankruptcy if we can just decrease the institution fast enough, but that might not be the case. And the credit limit is actually going back up, so that is a good sign. Right, that has decreased now. Okay, so let's decrease the welfare payments by another 1 million. Good. I wish this showed for more than a year at a time. What's going on here? Diplomatic play in Canada. Okay. Transfer Canada to Spain. Oh, the British Republic keeps on losing. It's very funny. We are certainly not getting in any wars, though. Right. It's somewhat reassuring, but I think it's still going to take a minute. Loyalists are going down. Well, that makes sense. Italy has sided with the British Republic. French Republic has sided with Spain. Right, you know what? I think I've economically kind of lost control of this game. So here's what we're going to do. Wait, I can invite a country to a power block? Bemba. Oh, whatever. Go away. Let's just annex. Let's just annex our neighbors, right? Let's do it before we go bankrupt. I'm not 100% confident we're going to avoid bankruptcy. So let's do this and then just do the achievement for the Amazon, right? So diplomatic demands, annex subject. Brazil is not a committed... Oh, right, we need to end all these diplomatic plays. Which ones? These ones. Right. Am I just going to capitulate? I really don't care about these. You know what? I think... Right. I think what we will do is we're going to reload... we're going to reload at the end of last save when we're done with this. Let's just get the achievement. I do not really care about what's going on anymore. We just need to get this achievement. So... Demands. Annex subject. Where should we start? We could start with New Granada. They might accept. They probably will accept. So let's actually force it and see what happens. Are you just going to accept? We were going to have to break this game apart at some point anyways. We might as well do it now. We can't do any more simultaneous diplomatic plays, so we're probably going to have to do it one at a time. Let's turn off the fancy mobilization options, because we don't need them. Yeah, let's just turn these off. I'll keep medical support on. We'll mobilize... Actually, you know what? Don't bother. Let's make a new army. Let's make a small army. Actually, I know what we could do. Let's transfer, say, 20 infantry, 10 artillery, and 5 lancers into the conscript army. Right? Oh. So 20, 10, 5. Confirmed. Right, let's do that, and then let's... Should I just get rid of all the conscripts? Okay, yeah, let's do this. I don't think we really need the conscripts anymore. Sorry, I know this isn't very satisfying. But... you just have to do it to him. Right, do that. Still demobilizing for 90 days. Okay, well, we'll sort it out. You're worried. Okay. Let's sway... Who could we sway? We could sway France to join in? Maybe? I mean, the rest of our subjects could just dogpile in. That is actually what's currently happening. We could see if that happens. Right, speed it up. But yeah, again, to reiterate, we have to annex every state that has this Amazon rainforest modifier in it. So it's Guevara, Bastaza, and Santa Cruz. And I don't think I could just buy states off my subjects. Wait, maybe we can. Which one? Oh no, not that one. I should have looked at that first. No, generally not, because they're cool states. They wouldn't accept under any terms. We were able to get French Guiana, because, I don't know, France didn't want it that much. Okay, sway France. What can we sway France with? An obligation? Yeah, have an obligation. Because I don't actually want to fight the war, I just want you to give up. We don't have any other valid war goals. I can't believe we just literally self-destructed our economy. The problem is we did it at the end of the last stream when we flipped all of the automation methods on and off. No, I don't want this. I don't think we even need to bother mobilizing. I think our subjects are going to take care of this very easily. Well, maybe not. Let's mobilize. Increase military wages up to normal. Hoping you would just submit. It's also annoying because I don't actually want every single bit there. I'm also going to draft a treaty with you and try and get you back in the power block. It was never going to be easy getting this achievement just with our subjects owning the territories, and I didn't realize that, which I'm kind of mad about, but we've got to do it, haven't we? Okay, the army's there, that's fine. We don't need to mobilize then. The French are here. The French are here to sort us out. Good. Lots of English people from Ireland. Good job. Right. Go ahead, France. Go ahead and beat up New Granada for us. And then what I'm kind of hoping we could do is we could just... would we release New Granada back without the state? Or would we just actually do the journal entry for the state, do it for all three of these countries, and then just release them back as subjects? Because I don't really want to keep the territory. I do find it very... Oh, look! The Colombian people are migrating from New Granada. Great. Good job. Good job, guys. You know, I've never actually gone bankrupt in this game before. Let's see what happens when we go bankrupt. I don't know. I think actually this is going to decrease back to 0 before we reach that point. Although, actually, we're still going to be paying at least 15% welfare payments. And the welfare payments are going to all the unemployed, aren't they? Because they don't have a wage. So how do we get them employed again? I don't know. I'm sorry we've got to do it to you, New Granada. It's just... Yeah, France is just going to beat you up now. Hope that's okay. At least this gives me faith that it's not going to take too long to do the war. Then we just need 2 years, or at least a year each to do the actual journal entry. Which should be fine. I might not upload this part to YouTube. I might just... well, no, I probably should, right? I'll just say that we went bankrupt and it was funny. Right, here's the state. New Granada is no longer involved. So, we need to build rubber plantations. So, build all the rubber plantations, please. And then we need a railway. So, do we not have a railway? We do have a railway. And we do have enough urban centers. So that's good. That should get started. So now we need to do the same thing here. So... Annex subject, Ecuador. This is thankfully not too much infamy. Doesn't look like they're going to accept. Let's just do the war. I was spending all the money building these rubber plantations, but it's got to be done. So we can sway Mexico. Is that going to be relevant? Dunno. Let's just let it accelerate. You're uncertain at the moment. Okay. How about we mobilize you then, and then we send you to this front. Make sure we win. Because I'm not sure Mexico is going to be much help, if I'm being really honest. Yeah, so now we've got the journal entry again. You always get the journal entry when you get a new state with Amazon in it. But to actually clear it for good, you need every single state. This is so you can flip the modifier into the better modifier for each Amazon state. So at the moment, we've now got exploited Amazon rainforest here, which has less construction efficiency penalty, less infrastructure penalty, and it's got more agriculture and migration attraction. What's going on here? Sure. A flood? Okay. Our general has died. Does that matter? Yes, it does matter. Not that we're using this army at the moment anyways. How about you? Promote you again. There you go. We can mobilize more troops if we want, but we don't really want to. Celebrate the end of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th. We're a bit late for this. It's 25 years late. A massive Ferris wheel has been constructed in Rio de Janeiro. Okay. Extra legitimacy. Extra loyalists. Let's get extra loyalists. Because we're losing loyalists again. We got +8 approval on the intelligentsia from loyalists. Impressive. Right, can we sway Mexico? No, because we have a truce. Or Ecuador has a truce. Okay. There. We have 114 million people now. Oh yeah, because we're conquering people. Yes, that makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, I guess this is a real question, isn't it? Can we actually... Can we... Wait, no. No. Hold on. Stop. Go back to this front. Thank you. It's a small army. I'll tell you what. Let's actually activate all of the mobilization options again. Maybe not the morale ones. I don't think we need the morale ones. It's a small army. I think that will help us wrap up the war quicker, right? We should have done that to begin with, I think. Oh! These rubber plantations aren't getting built because of the negative construction efficiency from turmoil. Crap. Can we not do this then? I know what we need to do. I know what we need to do. We need to private invest. Ah, for fuck's sake. We need to private invest the rubber plantations into these states before we conquer them. That's what we need to do. So I'm going to have to reload. Because we won't be able to do it for that one now. How far back can we go? Oh, I really, really hope that this is before we declared the war. If not, we may have actually just completely fucked this up. This is not going well today. Right, okay. We're at war. Damn it! Right, we've actually fucked this up completely then. Because if we don't build the rubber plantations in advance, we're not going to get it to work, because we can't build them in time. Right. Well, that's very unsatisfying. Right, okay. Let's load, because we saved it manually just after we finished the war with Germany. So if we go back in time, we'll turn off the welfare sooner, we'll build all of those rubber plantations, and then we'll just annex every state once they have all the rubber plantations. Right? Okay. Good grief. So you need 15. Peruvian Pastaza. Oh, right. Oh! Peru owns part of Pastaza. So we actually probably need this off of Peru as well. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we need this for the amount of rubber plantations to make sense. So we do actually need to fight Peru as well. Wow, how irritating. Okay. So, lower military wages, lower government wages. Go back to the institution, lower welfare to level 1. I don't think we can actually lower it below level 1. That might be okay. And then am I going to need to fiddle with all of this again? Maybe. But I'm going to speed it up. Because I don't want to repeat everything that we've just done over the last few years. God damn. This has kicked my butt today. Yeah, do that. Turn on the Steam Donkey. Election events. Sure. Well, it's nice that this sort of thing happens occasionally, but kind of annoying when I'm just trying to actually wrap up and run. But it won't take me very long to build all of those rubber plantations if we do it this way. And then we'll just declare the wars immediately, because it's going to be painful no matter what we do. Ugh. In fact, perhaps we just speed 5 it now, because I really don't care what happens. Cool, go for it. Lupinemics done, that's good. Yeah, leave the government the same. You have the rubber plantations, don't you? Yeah, we're building them here now. Good. Yeah. Let's see then. Let's see then. I imagine what I'll do... Oh, the army. Right, the army. Come back to Brazil, please. I think what we'll do is we'll turn... Perhaps what we do is we just keep the army in one block and just mobilize them all and then just immediately crush whoever we're going to war with, depending on whether we can get France to help or not. Because we're going to have to do all 4 of these. Unless there's a way I can get these states off of them, which we could still investigate. So let's still investigate that, because that would save a lot of time. But I suspect the answer is no. I mean, maybe we could figure something out. It could just be a lot of money. We could just pay them a lot of money. Obviously, don't want to give you states. Money transfer. How much can we get from money transfer? Oh my god. You parasite. Not enough. Yeah, none of those will do enough. We were able to do it with France because it was only minus 100. Reality is these states are a large portion of each of these countries. Yeah, I just don't think it's going to happen. Okay. Yeah, everyone's going unemployed still. Delay this. Right, you back. Okay. I'm going to capitulate here because I don't care about this. And then I believe we're winning on this front. So we'll wait for you to win completely in Hawaii, which should happen pretty soon. And then we'll just start declaring the wars. And we're not going to worry about anything else. Not at this point. Because the game is already just kind of going stupid. I was umming and ahhing about doing this part off stream. Because I thought, it's just going to be annoying fiddliness. But I also thought, for anyone who was actually interested in watching it, it would be rude not to show you the actual end thing we do. But the real canon ending is when we beat up Britain, right? Do I even care about this? I'm not sure I do care about this. Let's just... There you go. Communist Hawaii. Hello, Lusitanian Map Gamer. Hope you're doing well. We're at the very end of a Brazil run. We did a lot of things well. We successfully gained hegemony over South America. We got rid of the empire because all the interest groups wanted it. And there was an achievement for it. So that's what we did. So Silviano Pinto is now currently in control. But, yeah, I'm okay. I'm a bit annoyed because to actually get this Exploiting the Amazon achievement, we got all of the states sorted out within Brazil, but it turns out we have to own... It turns out we have to own every single state that has this Amazon modifier in it. Oh. Oh! Okay, well, I have some good news. It turns out if we give the people the rubber plantations, they can do the journal entry too. So, what this means is we shouldn't have to wait around after the wars very long, because the states will still have the modifiers. But yes, unfortunately, this means our perfect strategy of having loads of vassals doesn't work for this specific achievement, which is very annoying. You're from Portugal, steal up Brazil. Nice, nice. Yeah, Brazil's been pretty good. We have like 107 million people. Our GDP was fluctuating between 6 and 700 million people. We have like 51 million loyalists. The issue we had is we switched all of our automation methods, and That unemployed a load of people and put them on welfare. So we kind of crashed our own economy doing that somehow. I'm not entirely convinced I understand what I did wrong, to be honest. But, yeah. So now what we're going to do is annex these guys. So what are we waiting for? We were waiting for Hawaii, but we've just let them go. Because I don't really care about that anymore. So let's start doing the war then. So we need to... We had to end our diplomatic plays, so that's why we just gave in. If we annex New Granada... Should we do the lower infamy ones first? No, let's just do New Granada first. It says they might accept. I mean, we'll force it, right? I don't think they will accept. And then we can just sway France on this one. So we'll just let France fight them again. I would prefer not to mobilize if I didn't have to. Yeah, you say you're worried. Fireside chat. Extra authority? Sure, actually that's really good for us, because we're going to lose a load of authority from annexing these vassals. With the Sovereign Empire power block. Mexico is sided with New Granada. Great, good job. Well, let's get France to join in with an obligation. No, you were going to accept an obligation last time. We could transfer Brazilian South Africa to France. That feels like a bit of a raw deal. We could transfer Los Altos to France. You know what, sure. We're dismantling our empire anyways. No. Oh, we've already done it, haven't we? We've already clicked sway. Okay, you know what? Goodbye, Los Altos. Have fun. We'll do that and then not have to mobilize. Because France is just going to come here and beat everyone up now. Spain have sided with New Granada. Oh my god, that's bad. Ugh. This is going to be very annoying now. Isn't it? It's turned into an actual war situation. Why can't anything in this game actually be easy? Let's turn these off. Let's do this mobilization. Actually mobilize the army. And get them over here. That is going to be so annoying. I didn't want this to be a big war. If we have to do literally 4 big wars to get this achievement, I'm going to be absolutely pissed. You know what? Go to Caribbean HQ. Doing this war while we're in this pickle is also not a good move. Let's put military wages to 3 times. Or level 3. I'm beginning to accept that perhaps I just don't get this achievement. Because we definitely can't do this today, and I definitely don't want to play this run anymore. You wish to join the Top Hat Empire? Okay, good for you. Beans. Well, I don't want any more war goals. We'll obviously win the war, it's just going to be a big ball ache. I'm just going to put it on speed 5. Railroad boom. Okay. How about extra railway throughput then? Go for it. Can't believe we're going to have to do this big war now. We're going to have to get all these European powers out. I mean, actually, the good thing is, once we've done this, we should have a truce with the other European powers. So this should stop them joining in future wars. So maybe this is actually fine. Also, we should have the modifier just in every state by this point. By the time we actually finish attacking all these guys. So I think this will be fine. Right, so Los Altos is now part of France. Okay. I don't really care about that. Let's go beat the crap out of these guys. Yeah, keep beating the crap out of their ships, too. We've still got our conscript army here as well, but I really don't think we're going to have to conscript everyone. Unemployed seems less this time. Maybe it is actually going to sort itself out. This war should be very quick, realistically. Oh yeah, set this. We'll beat up New Granada first, and then we'll just go invade Mexico again. Big navy coming down now. Good. We're gonna go beat up your big navy. Right, Spain, what are you doing with your navy? Nothing. Good. Get out of here. Get extra army defense, that's good. We're also researching the tech for planes. We could definitely do that. Real talk, I think this Brazil run has been taking up too much space in my brain outside of streaming. Like lately, because I've been thinking about it a lot. I've been thinking about it too much. I'm just very keen to wrap it up. We're going to go back to Oxygen Not Included after this. I've got plans for a new run. I actually didn't think I was going to get as obsessed with Victoria 3 as I did doing this playthrough. We should be able to avoid bankruptcy by lowering the welfare. We needed to lower it a lot sooner. Entrenchment? Oh, okay. Good. Great. I don't think that matters. We really don't need to actually entrench here. I know that's the flavor of the decade, or it's the flavor of the time period, but well, I would prefer it if we didn't do it. English people. Yeah, that was the funny thing as well. Ireland seceded from the British Republic. We really have been beating up random people, and that's been affecting the world in weird ways. Which is fine, I guess. I don't know. I mean, these guys should give up pretty quickly. Our army's huge. If we do it in speed 5, can we do all of this in like an hour, maybe? I think we probably can. We just need to actually win all these fights, which we should do. There's so many troops here. Right. Well, Mexico and Spain don't agree to this peace deal. Right, so we're going to get Mexico and Spain out. That's the issue. That was always going to be the issue. So let's go wrap this front up. Yeah, good. Now, let's go wrap Mexico up. And then we'll go beat Spain up. I think we should be able to do this all in time. Oh, we did it. Oh, right. They capitulated, but we still need to get the others out of the war. Okay. And I definitely can't do... Yeah, I can't do any of this. Yeah, because they're vassals. I definitely can't I can't do the wars simultaneously because they're joining in all the other wars. Maybe I could set them to, if I set them to exempt from service, that would help, wouldn't it? Let's do that. I mean, obviously, we could just release them as well. But I would rather keep them in for now. Let's do exempt from service. On Ecuador. Does this give a truce? You've already got service exemption. No, this doesn't give a truce. Good. Bolivia, you could do with this too. Yeah, you have got it. Okay. Oh. Well, then why can't I do... Can I do one of these? Brazil is not a committed participant alongside Brazil. Okay, that didn't matter. Okay, so there's two different criteria. Alright. That's fine. So let's look at this again. So we have the rubber plantations here. So you have... Let's see. Hold on. So you have Taming the Amazon, right? Yeah, you do. You'll have that for 17 months. And then we can activate the thing again. Okay, that's fine. Right, let's just speed it up. Let's just go to speed 5 again. Do the war. And then we'll click the buttons. And then we should get it. We're probably not going to be the first to aeroplanes, now that I think about it. Because we've been dilly-dallying around. I mean, our tech production is still good, right? Maybe it's possible. Oh, we got an entry. We can do... We can do Guyana. Good. Okay, there you go. There's Guyana. I think we're going to be alright. We're powerful enough that we can just tank this. The question is, do we have time to do all the shenanigans in 12 years? Maybe. Yeah, Mexico does not stand a chance. I'm fairly certain we could just invade Spain and be fine with that too. Also, France is beating up Spain, so I'm imagining Spain is going to capitulate fairly soon anyways, right? One would hope. I'm not sure whether the economy is doing better or worse this time. I guess we'll see. Sure. Yes, let's continue to beat up Mexico. I'm kind of sad we've been giving up our little colonial escapades in Central America and Africa and whatnot. Just streamline this, but it's for a Steam achievement. We have to do it. Them's the rules. Scottish people from Ireland. Hilarious. This Scramble for Africa thing never triggered. I guess we haven't been very belligerent about beating up the other people here. I was never really that invested in Africa. I just wanted to see if we could actually do it. It's annoying me how long this is actually taking. I also don't actually have any war goals anymore, do I? So I feel like they will just capitulate soon. You ain't winning this, Mexico. You got a big USA snake in the middle of you. Luo uprising. Oh god. Not care about that. Yeah, but this is kind of the thing with Victoria 3, is the late game timeline. Like, you often have a load of stuff that you want to fit in the late of the game, especially once you get all the advanced techs. And the hard cutoff just makes it feel like you never actually end up with the time to do the things you want at the very end. It feels very hard. Let's go set the universities. Give everyone more qualifications if that ends up being relevant. Right, come on, Mexico, give up. I mean, it's good to see the mass migrations, but that's really not what I'm worried about anymore. Front Nicaragua. What? Oh. Another one. Oh, great. Good. Right. Mexico has given up. Good. Right. So you're going back to Central America, aren't you? Yes. Right. Spain, you should give up fairly soon because I get the feeling you really don't want to keep fighting France. But we've got to actually force you out. Is there anything specific I want to do? We could do... I don't know, you're right here. Should we just do that? Mexico's improving relations again. Great. I think we just let France continue to beat up Spain. These guys will surrender any minute. Also, what are your actual war goals? You want Al Rif? So what? They'll just let you have that? France is like, no, you can't let them win. Whatever. It'll be done soon. Right, let's set the synthetics plants up, because I think that is actually a generally good move. You know, to circumvent the whole we never got a foothold in Asia thing. Where's this Luo uprising then? I don't even know where this is. Oh, it's this one. Oh, I don't care about this. Have fun. We're just gonna let them get away with it. I do not care anymore. Yeah, let's go beat up this very quick thing here while France is working Spain over, and then we can just immediately do the next war. And hopefully you'll actually have this this modifier here soon. In fact, let's just check that. So you got developed. You got developed. Okay. Oh, Spain's gonna peace out. Hold on. Spain. Accept. Get out of here. Right. And now we are going to absolutely obliterate the communist revolt. Yeah. You guys chose poorly. Have fun. They have 1 battalion. Yeah, good luck, mate. I'm sure this is going to go great for you. Hey, good job. Right, Devil's Railroad. Yep, that's fine. Okay. Next on the list. This should be easier now that we are gonna have... Now that we're gonna have truces with everyone else. Right? Annex subject. Annex Ecuador. They will not accept. That's fine. Go for it. Okay. Army. Mobilize. Deploy to Ecuador. Do this. I doubt anyone's gonna join in on this side now. We could sway France again. Hooray. I don't think we need to. What would you want to be swayed with? Oh, we could just call you as an ally. Yeah, sure, there you go. Have fun. Maybe they'll get you to give up then. No, you won't give up. Because you're gonna get annexed if you back down. But if France are joining in, then this should mean that I can... This should mean that I can just demobilize, right? And save some money. So let's just demobilize. Demobilize. Get France to do it. Yeah, more... Actually, you know what? Let's get more legitimacy. That seems fine. Yeah, France, you're going to send troops over, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. I mean, for any of these wars we get France involved in, I don't need to worry about them. I think I'm probably going to save the airplane achievement for another run, because this is messy enough that I don't really feel justified in doing it. Art Nouveau. Yeah, sure. Oh, we become obsessed with fine art. Sure. Great. Gotta keep an eye on this journal entry too. You're not actually gonna do this. You're not actually gonna help out. Are you doing something else? Well, you know what. Maybe I am just gonna mobilize you after all. Oh, you're still demobilizing? Oh, whatever. I don't really want to send in the conscript. I was just kind of hoping that France would help out. Roller skating? Okay. Sure. Let them fight. I guess we have just told most of our subjects to stop fighting now, and we're actively annexing them as well, so... yeah. Have fun with that. I don't know, maybe you are going to send some armies, right? Or do you have a truce? Oh, that's probably worth checking, isn't it? Do you have a truce with France? No, because France was an ally. That's not how it works. Oh, we'll be fine. I'm going to stop worrying. We got a positivist? Okay. Welfare payments are decreasing. That's good. Yeah, crush them. There's no one else on their side, is there? No. So this should wrap up pretty quickly then. Yeah, there's some French. Good. Let us rest on our laurels and hope that we avoid bankruptcy. We completed the opium trade. Take my pipe, my modernist Bengali friend. Hilarious. New money. Good. I feel a bit bad that we're skipping over some of this stuff, but... ah. We'll do it properly next time. We don't normally have to do silly stuff like this in our runs. This is just specifically because I misread an achievement. Yeah, you're out of the organization now. You're just gonna get wrecked, right? I think I'm content to just wait for that to happen. So again, we'll check this out. Your modifier is going to go away in 2 weeks. So we should be able to click this button in 2 weeks. And if we can do this, then this is proof that we can actually just go ahead and annex all of these states and have that be the situation. Our admiral has died. You can have another admiral then. Alright, let's do one more for good luck. Oh, that wasn't enough. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, there we go. We can do it. Ta-da! And then this modifier will disappear. And then it will reappear when we've actually conquered another state. But I suspect what will actually end up happening is... Oh, maybe this is actually done now. No. They haven't clicked the button. The stars no longer has the debuff. Okay, Bolivia have actually implemented that modifier now. That's good. Maybe it's because Bastardo... Oh, it's because Bastardo is split between Peru and Ecuador. That's why they haven't been able to implement the policy. But Bolivia has already done it, so that's good. Don't care about this. Yeah, this is fine. And then when we're done with that, we'll do Peru next. And then, once we conquer Bolivia, I believe that should actually be it. Because we should be able to enact the event as soon as we conquer Peru. Let's get more authority again. We have loads of extra bureaucracy. Yeah, because once we conquer Peru, we should immediately be able to exploit the Amazon rainforest. And then once we conquer Bolivia, it's already exploited, so we should just get the achievement. Okay, well, we've avoided bankruptcy. That's good. There's a diplomatic play against Spain. What's going on here? Bali, North Borneo. Lots of war. They got bored of my war, and now they're going somewhere else. Good. So our welfare's at level 1 now, so we won't get any lower. But that modifier should disappear soon. The Rio de Janeiro Metro. Okay, more urban center throughput. That sounds good. Do I actually need you to do anything now? I'm going to park you here. Oh, the US is attacking Mexico. I guess we're finally going to end up with that land border, eh? I'm glad we managed to avoid bankruptcy. That would have been sad. After everything that's happened. I'm still sad we're not going to get billionaire. It is what it is. You got a secession movement? Where? Micronesians? Oh, does that matter? Can you import a Victoria 3 save into Hearts of Iron 4? I don't know. I don't have Hearts of Iron 4. That would be a pretty good thing to do, wouldn't it? You're not actually going to trigger yet. I should never bother with this. There's so much going on in this game. I should not bother colonizing things I don't actively plan on using just to do it. If I am going to do it, I should give it to a subject, so it's not cluttering up my UI and all of my decisions. I think this is definitely a game I generally prefer to play tool, just so we don't get overwhelmed with micromanagement, and then end up making stupid decisions like we did with the whole, employment thing. Okay, so we've annexed Ecuador, we've unlocked aeroplane production. We've got the wargaming for the stuff going on with that. For the army offense. Okay, so now what we do... I'm not sure whether we'll get the achievement with this or not, but we'll see. Switch to airplane production and make airplanes. We'll see if that works. Will it work? And then what other tech do we want? Let's just get the electric arc process, the steel. Let's see how that goes. Now, if we look at the world market, or if we just look at the market in general, I'm not seeing airplanes on here. So maybe we are the first to invent airplanes. It's a bit of a weird tech to go down anyways. But if we actually go here, let's actually have a look at airplanes if we do get this. So, yeah. Automobiles, airplanes. There's no demand for airplanes. So these are consumed for leisure needs. But they're also used... I think they're also used for certain military units. Are they also used for certain military units? I don't know. Let's see what happens. The mob approaches. Oh, I don't care. Here you go, have fun. Right, let's do Peru next. I don't think anyone's going to join in on our behalf. Our infamy reduction's pretty good, so I'm pretty confident in all of this. Yeah, so we're on that lead. We could sway France again. Well, let's see what France does. We'll mobilize if we need to. I'm not sure we do need to. The steam omnibus. With government regulations on mechanically propelled vehicles loosening and more efficient steam engines being developed, steam-powered transport buses have begun to roam Rio de Janeiro. Okay. I don't want the other thing. Our general has died. Okay. How about you? And promote you, promote you, promote you. Yeah, that's fine. Speed 5 it again, I guess. So are we making airplanes then? Is there going to be any demand for airplanes? A little demand. We'll see what happens. Do we actually need to use them in warfare? Is that what we need to do? Let's see. So, military aviation. Unlock aerial reconnaissance. Let's do that as a mobilization option. Because we're not going to use these anyways, otherwise, right? Right, let's just mobilize. Let's go get them. Yeah, you guys are going to have fun. We invented aeroplanes so that we can invade our subjects. That sounds like a good plan, doesn't it? Russia has been swayed. Right. We sway France again. Cool ally. Have fun. Rio de Janeiro Zoo. Let's see. What do we want? Let's have the lion. I don't care about the relations increases. Well, perhaps someone has already invented airplanes then. Let's have a look at the achievements. Yeah, it doesn't seem possible. Where is the one about airplanes? Be the first nation in the world to fly airplanes. Well, we definitely weren't. Rip. Ripperonis. That's fine. That means we're not going to stick around longer than we need to, which means we might actually get this done today, despite everything. Okay. We can sway someone else. We can sway the Ottomans with a war goal. Return state. Russian return cars. Which one is cars? This one. Yeah, go for it. You're going to regret joining Russia. These wars are so funny. The whole world is going to war because I've decided to annex my subjects to get a Steam achievement. It almost makes me wish there was a way to transfer state via like one of these things from a subject and just have that be like an option. Okay, I don't care about this. Rise of filmography. Electric industries throughput? Go for it. That cut on my finger is healed now. Look. Or, well, I'm not sure you can see that. But, it's just a bit of skin now where it's healing. Which is good. Right, is the economy going to bounce back? Obviously, everyone's been taken off welfare, so the standard of living has dipped back down a little bit, admittedly. Which is a shame. Looks like GDP is going back up. The amount of employed is increasing, but the amount of unemployed has stayed the same. How irritating. Yes, we're basically causing multiple world wars to happen just so that we can annex our subjects, which is great news. Right, let's beat up Peru. And then I think this should be fine. Look how many troops we have on our side. Wait, what on earth? Oh, this is including all the conscripts. Okay. What is this? Bolivia? No. Declare independence. I dare you. Right, let's switch to arc welding or electric arc process for this. Have fun. Right, and then more tech. I don't think this is really going to matter anymore, is it? Not unless it's one that lets us declare more wars faster. We actually have almost every society tech. Extra home affairs? Maybe? I don't know. We're kind of getting close to having all the techs. This is probably a run where we could get every tech, actually. Maybe not. These techs take a while. Arc welded buildings? How about just do nitrogen fixation? I really don't think the techs are going to matter anymore. Hey look, we're making money again. That's a good sign. Right? Yeah, welfare's gone down a lot. But now people are actually getting poor again. The consequences of our actions. Yes, keep beating up Peru. Andes? What Andes? Get out of here. So then we got Russia and the Ottomans fighting over here because they hate each other. France is going to join in again, but probably not going to do a huge amount. We have very much failed this. Thankfully, the penalty can't get worse than -5 approval. That's just going to be what it is. But we're going to put it off as long as possible. plan for actually ending this war? Oh god. Another election. You know what? Let's switch to the Conservatives so we can actually get proportional taxation through. Because that will solve our budget problem, I believe. We actually have a look at that while we're at war. Feels kind of weird. Yeah. Our income is way higher than our dividends. Just because of how many people we have. It's fine. We're gonna get Peru out of the war very quickly. And then it's gonna be about convincing Russia to get out. Keep clicking these numbers. Our current president died. Okay, fair enough. Thankfully, our troops are very strong, so this should not... None of these wars are going to be any real issue. No matter what ends up happening. We have a lot of military tech now. Funny that. Yeah, we just need to own the whole state. We did build all the rubber plantations. And because we own them, I don't believe they're going to downsize them either. It's not like they're going to nationalize them from us either. Credit limit is growing again. That's a good sign. Get out of here. Sorry, Peru. We're going to invade the mountains now. Have fun. This also feels very wasteful. We only needed the states. I just wish there was a way for us to have gotten the states. But I can understand why Paradox doesn't want to generally let you buy states. But I feel like when it's just... I don't know. Even when it's your subjects, realistically, they wouldn't give them up. For any amount of money, really. Maybe that will change with the DLC, with the new update. Maybe there'll be some more nuance that can be applied somehow. Great Eastern Crisis. Oh, right, the Ottoman Empire. Oh, that's funny. Well, can I have a look at this? The Ace Officer. There we go. There's an airplane. Extra war sport, extra army offense. We get a fly. Oh, here we go. We get a flying war hero with plus 30 army offense. Wow, that's a huge bonus, and that's indefinitely as well. So long as we have him as a guy. Right, I don't care about that. Let's do this. That's fine. Shen, welcome back again. Hope you're doing well. How's Tropico been treating you? I'm Arisa Gaming, we're the Funny Fish guy. We bring supplies to your front lines. Yeah, so let me just explain the situation quickly. We are absolutely self-sabotaging today. That is what we are doing. There is an achievement in the game where we need to own every single state with the Amazon modifier, and we need to actually change it to the exploited Amazon rainforest modifier. So we need to have 15 rubber plantations, at least 4 urban centers, and a railway in each of these states. Thank you very much for follow and wags. Enjoy your fishy froggy emotes. So we got to do this. But the problem is we had all of the normal Brazilian states. Thank you very much for follow THC XXX. Enjoy your fishy froggy emotes. The problem is we had a load of subjects because our power block is a sovereign empire because we set this up when we had the monarchy. So we vassalized everyone in South America to give us authority because we liberalized. So now the issue is we are having to annex all of our subjects to get this achievement, which is scuppering our authority. Also, we kind of crashed our economy unintentionally by switching all of our production methods, and then all of our pops ended up unemployed, and they haven't re-employed because of our welfare laws. So, basically, a few things have gone wrong, but we're still the #1 country in the world. We have the biggest GDP. We have a lot of literacy. We had a very high standard of living until the economic crash. And our population is very large. It's about half of Brazil's modern-day population, and it's 1926. So, realistically, we're still doing fine. Is it me or the history of Brazil usually goes that a few things went wrong? But the thing about today is it's all gone wrong because of our decisions. We've had some interesting things happen in this run. We've had the British Republic since like the 1850s. We've had, paper mills throughput. Ireland has seceded. Germany puppeted the Netherlands. Denmark got eaten. Jutland got spat out. Russia has been invading the Middle East. China stayed together. Japan never actually got out of the shogunate. India exploded. Australia exploded. They're currently having a fascist revolt. There was an Uluru uprising here that was very big at one point. We did colonize some of Africa, but I don't really care about that anymore. Yeah. Well, this is the cursed part of the timeline. It was blessed up until like 1921, and then we had the American flu hit. So we've been fighting wars on and off with the US for many years because they've kept trying to actually annex Bolivia. And now, ironically, we're going to end the war by annexing Bolivia. Anyways, we've actually annexed Peru now. So the issue is, now we just need to get Russia out of the war. There's only 6 more years. There's 10 more years. Well, technically 9 more years. But all we need to do is annex Peru and then annex Bolivia, and then we should get the achievement. So what we're going to do now is we're going to... Have we actually got any fronts that we can go to? Santo Domingo? I don't care about that. We're going to naval invade... Oh god, where are we going to naval invade? Should we just naval invade Crimea? Yeah, that sounds good. Let's naval invade Crimea. Something has gone wrong here. What about the generals? No, the admirals. The admiral's dead. Bigoted naval commander, sure. Here you go. Enjoy it, Mr. Bigot. Is that enough? No. One more. You get to be a Grand Admiral. Yes, so we do well. OG 800. Pope Dorito. ESCOM 2013. Brochild Shen. Savakan. Gouger 65. You've caught us at a good time where we're actually wrapping up the run. I'm pretty sure we can actually wrap it up in the next hour, because all I want to do is get this achievement now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to load the previous end of the stream, and we're going to go through all the metrics, because they were better than what they are now. This is the non-canon ending. The canon ending was yesterday, when Shen also raided us. Which I think is fine. Yeah, we're losing some money now. I don't think we're going to go bankrupt, but I'm not looking forward to it. Right, we actually got the Republicans in this time, because to solve our money issues, I'm going to get these guys in, and then we're going to pass... We're going to pass proportional taxation. There you go. Because we have a lot more income tax than anything else. And I am going to... Let's see. I don't care about this. I am going to negotiate with the Catholics. Short-term tax cuts. Oh, this is one thing I've never mentioned about these amendments. You can actually remove them after they're incorporated. I don't want to lower the taxes. About to pass Combination Acts next, because we're definitely not going to have time to do that. That's fine. Right. We've annexed Peru. That's good. So this should mean... Let's lower the speed. This should mean that we'll get the journal entry popping back up in a minute. The Micronesians have seceded. That's fine. I don't care about that. So we should get the Pastaza. We should be able to do this because we don't have Taming the Amazon as a modifier on here. So the journal entry should appear. But we do need to actually fight Russia. When will it appear? That's my question. Yeah, I love Tropico. I love watching Shed play Tropico. I love the music in that game. But we've basically been pulling Europe into war with each other multiple times just so we can annex our vassals, and it's very stupid. Why are we getting this journal entry? Is it because we're still at war? You do have the urban centers. You do have the rubber plantations. Oh, the Micronesian uprising is back down. LOL! They seceded and then they backed down. That's hilarious. We got a King Modernist revolt going on as well. That's funny. Okay. How's the naval invasion going? Are we actually going to do the naval invasion of Russia? You know, because that's something I wanted to do today. Peruvian mass emigration. Large numbers of Peruvians have begun migrating from our country to Veracruz. No! They're going to Mexico! We now officially have too many people. That's very funny. I'm starting to worry. Oh! Is it this rubber entrepot? Entrepot modifier that's causing this to not appear? I don't care about that. Weird. Very weird. Maybe it will wrap up when we win the war. Either way, we'll wrap up the war, we'll get Bolivia sorted out, and then we'll go from there. Have any of you guys, I know this is a long shot, have any of you guys ever done this achievement for the Devil's Railroad as Brazil? Because if we go in here, if we go impossible, it is this one. All states with the Amazon rainforest, developed Amazon rainforest, or exploited Amazon rainforest traits are owned by this country and have a railroad building. Oh! Okay. So, because we completed the journal entry, we just have to own all the states. We don't have to necessarily complete it every time and get them all up to exploited. Really? Okay. That's fine. I keep misreading the achievement. Right, how is the invasion going? Are we actually invading? We are. Yeah, we're getting Crimea today. This is what we've decided to do today. Good job. Good job. Oh, look, we've got airplanes! Yeah, we've got airplanes and they don't. Yeah, get wrecked. Actually, maybe they do have airplanes. I haven't checked. It doesn't look like they do. This is definitely not how I thought today was going to go. But it might still be possible. Right, let's unpause it. Anyways. Let them actually attack. Familiar looking Crimea. I mean, look at this offense. This is because we have the air ace in charge. Like, we got an event where our journal has got, our general has gotten 30 offense, like, forever. Because we have airplanes. Right. Dominican Socialist Revolt. Let's give it up. Good. Right. The question is, how much do we have to beat up Russia to get them out of this war? Oh, right. Do I just capitulate? You know what? I could just capitulate, right? Their only goal is enforce investment rights in Venezuela. I know you're not going to be very happy with that. Should we just do it? I don't want to fight a protracted war with Russia. It's fine, right? Yeah. Oh, we could just let the Ottomans continue to fight Russia. Oh, that's what we do. Okay, okay, okay. That's fine, right. Unpause. Yeah, good luck, Ottomans. Okay. Now... Right. Now we're not part of any diplomatic play. So now we can just attack Bolivia, right? Yes. That's 89? What? Why is this 89 infamy? Excuse me? It's 87 infamy. It's because they have 12.3 million people. Doesn't seem right. Oh, whatever. We're gonna get infamous. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at this point. Go get him. Yeah, look at this. We're notorious. So we get extra radicals from conquest and extra minus support separatism resistance. Well, there you go. Have fun. We've never had this much infamy before. Right. So then. It's come to this. We can sway France again. Good. Right. Army. No. Army. Mobilize. Travel back to Brazil. Then we'll sort this out. Yeah, Bolivia actually has a lot of people compared to the other countries in South America, which generally have not had that many people. Santo Domingo is likely to increase autonomy? Yeah, sure, buddy. Right, can we... Yeah, Costa Rica's broken the treaty. I'm sure we're going to get a lot of people breaking treaties with us. This is a lot of infamy. Colonial exhibition? Sure. Right. Sway France with obligations. Yes, there you go. Once again, France, you are joining our war. Right, nitrogen fixation for fertilizer. Yeah, let's have a look at this. I don't think this is going to matter. I just want to make sure that we're not going bankrupt. So fertilizer, nitrogen fixation. Actually, why is this less productive? Oh, we don't have that many farms, do we? Yeah, let's actually just set it back to, like, original fertilizer then. We just don't have a lot of farms at all. Oh my god. Get out of here. Ugh. We don't need any tanks. Switch to chemical fertilizers. There you go. Right, leave that. Okay, France has joined in on our side. Bengal has sided with Bolivia. That's funny. It's funny. The first war, or a lot of wars in this game have been due to influence with Bengal. Not Bengal, Bolivia. And now we're ending it with a war with Bolivia. I don't know, man. Probably just military tech now, right? Extra defense? Sure. So when we win this war, in fact, I don't think we even need to win the war. I think we just need to actually get Bolivia to capitulate. So once we've actually full occupied Bolivia, then that should be the end of the run, because we should have every state and it should have a developed Amazon modifier, at least. It's a bit annoying we haven't gotten a journal entry to upgrade it again, but I mean, we'll see what happens. Right. Now, the only issue is our army needs to get here, and our army is currently in Russia. And then you need to come down here. So have fun with that. Yeah, go for it. Charitable giving. It's very funny, because we've been on graduated taxation this whole time, but I think proportional... I think proportional is probably the one that actually always made the most sense. in the end. Knife in the back. Korean pops become more radical? Okay. Oh yeah, because we've been losing wars, because we've been capitulating on all these random nonsense wars that don't matter. Right, army is here, that's good. So, I want you to assign to this. I love how the Bolivia front is literally just the entire perimeter of Bolivia. Yes, that makes sense. Okay. This should be very easy. Bengal is not going to do a lot. But I imagine the whole world just must be watching what Brazil is just doing. And they're just like, why? Why are you doing this? Just let your subjects be subjects. Is China going to win against the modernist revolt? I mean, it's probably a lot of people, but not everyone. Thine armor's gone blue. Are you a protectorate? Yeah. Oh, you're owned by Bengal. Yeah, Bengal, I guess, has become the de facto Indian power, hasn't it? Interesting. Everyone's trying to get out. Nah, I don't care about this. Get bent. I must admit, when you get this late in the game, I feel like the game ends up being more fun for just role-playing and doing silly shit than, like, actually, like, doing all the complex economic micromanagement we were doing before. Because at this stage, it just gets too much. Like, there's too much to look at. The system can be very fragile. Looks like our unemployed is not going up. Yeah, look, every single subject of ours is just like, we want out! We want out! No. Get out of here. Get out of here. They can see the writing on the wall, but they don't understand the language. Okay. I really, really, really hope this works out. I mean, our army is definitely big enough and advanced enough that it should be fine. Strategic objective here. Sure. What is... Okay, I have a question. What does setting a strategic objective even do? I don't understand at all. Also, let's set it to Santa Fe, because that's the one that we actually want at the end of the day. Yeah, I don't care about this. Go away. I mean, GDP is going back up. If we just queue up a load of constructions at the end, maybe we will hit 1 billion. The reality is we've kind of brute forced this just by conquering a load of land. Maybe. How's this going? Yeah, we've got 105 offense. That's what having airplanes does. Yeah, there's all the airplanes. You can just about see them floating around. Guatemala is in default? Yeah, I can imagine. We're going to beat up their navy. There's some fleets. You're all set to intercept, aren't you? Would be nice. They're just like, get me out of here. Let's keep doing the military techs. Because I suspect there's just a few easy modifiers we can get. Extra kill rate, extra offense. Sounds good. Stormtroopers. Yeah, quite a few of the military techs at the end of the game are just, like, percentage modifiers to your armies. It's kind of interesting to me. But we should get Bolivia out of this pretty quickly. So obviously we want to press annex Bolivia. Yeah, this should wrap up pretty quickly. Wherever our general with the 120 offenses is just like crazy. The event from getting airplanes is busted. And believe it or not, having airplanes when your opponent doesn't have airplanes is quite an advantage. But I just find it funny how so much of the strength seems to come from the event giving you an ace captain general more than, like, the actual troops. Because for the most part, mobilizing the army with the airplanes, it gives you battle occupation, rapid advance chance, reduced chance of being lost. Which is good, but it's not like... Well, it is good. It also means it takes less fights to actually occupy large territories. So it does save time, especially on wars like this. So that is good. Looks like the private sector's building more stuff again. That's good. Well, I'll tell you what. If we actually get the achievement in like the next 5 minutes, I will try and hit 1 billion. I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible at this point because we've kind of screwed up a lot of things on the way over the last 5 or 10 years. But maybe. We're going to have to come back to this game. I've had a lot of fun. And next time we won't have some silly rubbish like this that we have to do at the end. This kind of reminds me of the end of my Dynam campaign where we ended up having to fight China for a lot of it. Actually, no. We ended up having to fight France at the very end. And we ended up in a big forever war with them where neither of us had a real advantage and neither of us was losing war support. Thankfully, that's not the case here. This should wrap up very soon. And then it will just be dealing with Bengal, I imagine. Yeah, we're just gonna crush them. Was never a fair fight. But, yeah, the infamy is going to be so high. I don't think it really makes sense to continue annexing subjects just for the laughs of getting the whole of South America directly owned by me. That was never really supposed to be the play anyways. We did it! We did it! Yes! Oh my god. That was so frustrating. Right, that's done. So we're up to 700 million GDP. In fact, that's probably going to update now to something bigger, right? Well, our population just increased a lot. Okay, I'm really, really relieved we got the achievement after all of the effort. That's good. Now, we do need to try and get Bengal out of the war. Oh. Regime change in Guatemala? I don't care about that. Yeah, get out of here. So now it's just France and Bengal. Okay, cool. Cool, okay. So now at peace, we can demobilize. You can get promoted. Good job. And then Navy, you can go park up in Brazil. Okay. We did it! We got the friggin' Devil's Railroad achievement. So, in this run, we go and have a look at the ones that we got. We got... Let's see. So we got... Okay, yeah. We got I Didn't Vote for Pedro. We got Magnanimous. And we got Devil's Railroad. I think there's one more Brazil achievement, but I don't think the guy showed up for that one. And I don't think... I think that was mutually exclusive with the Monarchy one, I think. But yeah, I'm really glad that we got all 3 of these achievements in this run. We also got a couple of other ones, but nothing super out of the ordinary. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's build a load of things. I mean, I don't even want to look at what my market's doing now, if I'm going to be really honest. But, right. I'll tell you what. Just build a load of livestock ranches. Are there any states where we can build more livestock ranches? Oh, I don't know. I don't really want to... Actually, you know what? Let's have a look here. Motors. Let's build more motor plants again. Let's build them here, here. I'll build some here. Just get the actual building going. I don't think I overly care about where they're actually going. I just want to fill up the queue. In fact, if we're just doing that... Just queue up a load of them. Just get the construction industry working again. Positivist church, okay. Oh, we got we got some kind of positive event going on now. Fascist politicians are not currently in government. Right. Look, game. I'm not getting involved in this. We've done what we set out to do. End of story. I am visibly getting agitated now. I mean, I'm sure this would end up happening given what our country's been doing now. Does GDP go up from the construction? It does, but it's not going to hit 1 billion. Right. Let's leave it there. So let's save it as stream run end. We've achieved the goals that we wanted to do with Brazil. Pedro got the magnanimous monarchy achievement. We switched to a republic. And we did the Devil's Railroad. We successfully industrialized the Amazon. So now what I'm going to do... So you saw just then we were at 700 million GDP. The final stream, yes. Because if I do another stream, I'm actually going to throw my computer out the window. Because I wanted to wrap this up on stream 10. And then we found out that the achievement worked in a different way than I thought it did. But yeah, just for perspective, we're going to load up the end of the last stream, which is the canon ending, where we don't completely sabotage the country. So yeah, here we are. So this is when we were just taking Dutch Guyana off of Germany so we could finish off Guyana. And then we would leave all of our subjects in place. And then our welfare payments wouldn't go through the roof because we don't have a load of unemployed people. Because we didn't break all of our production methods. So yeah, our GDP was 700 million here already. Our standard of living was around 26, so that was #1 in the world. Our population was 106 million, just from Brazilians alone. And then if we look over on the map, you can see it was kind of getting up to India and Japan, and it was getting up to Japan levels of population density, I think. Maybe. So I was pretty happy with that. If we look here, so we had the #1 navy in the world, we had the #1 army in the world, #1 power block, #1 GDP, #3 population, compared to who was actually the #1 and #2? It was China and Russia. Yeah. I'll have to do a Russia run at one point. That was fun. Literacy was okay. There's actually some 100% literate states. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, and then let's have a look at the trade balance. So we were exporting a lot of glass, tools, furniture, paper. We were importing a lot of raw materials at this point. I said we were never going to run out of raw materials in Brazil. We do have access to everything in Brazil, but not in the quantities that we actually needed to run everything. This is the thing. Like, early to mid-game, you want to get your country to a point where you can, ideally, produce all the materials you need without having to trade with people. But later on, if you're getting big enough, you're going to need to trade with people anyways, unless you literally own the entire world. And even then, you're probably going to run out of something. It's a complicated game. But yeah, we were mostly export-focused, and that was going pretty well for us. If we go and have a look at society, so we were mostly Brazilian. We did incorporate all of the other cultures. It's very satisfying seeing the big Brazilian bit over here. We had a lot of Afro-Brazilians, but our main immigrants were South Italians, North Germans, Biharis, French, Romanians, and so on and so forth. So lots of Europeans and lots of Indians, because India exploded. That was what happened this run. So if we look here, standard of living is pretty bad. And there's lots of people wanting to move. Nobody came from China. A couple of people came from Korea. But we have multiculturalism, obviously. Most people were Catholic, but we had a lot of Hindus, and we had a lot of Sunnis as well. And then a lot of Protestants, a lot of Orthodox, and then just a mix of the other religions. Then our upper class was 565,000. Our middle class was huge. We had a middle class of 32.3 million people. And then our lower class was 73.1 million. And you can see them here. So it was going alright until we screwed everything up. And then our power block, the Top Hat Empire. Before we started self-sabotaging everything, we had all of South America here. We had the whole of the Haiti, Dominican Republic island. We had Central America up to this part with Mexico and the US. We also had Hawaii. We colonized a little bit of Micronesia, but that never really mattered. We also set up our African holdings, which we were getting some raw resources from. But we never really fought particularly hard for this. Maybe next time that's what we'll do. We'll try and fight hard for Africa. But we just wanted to see if we could do it, and we could do it. So I know what to do for next time. And the key to the success of this run was the power block. Because Vassalization 3 gave us 20 authority per subject. We had lots of small subjects, so we could liberalize. Almost all of our authority was coming from subjects. And then we could build the power block statues to reduce decree cost further, because we were a sovereign empire. So we got some really cheap decrees going on, and that gave us a lot of power. Freedom of movement for the extra migration attraction was really good, and the migration quota makes the migrations themselves bigger. Getting the extra company and getting a construction company was also useful, but it was mostly these two. And, yeah. I think that's everything. Does anyone else want to see anything else before we wrap it up? Because, it's 10:30. Ugh. I'm just relieved. I'm just relieved we actually got the achievement. Because that was really winding me up. I will upload this to YouTube, and you guys will get to see all of my struggling. But that's fine. The world was an interesting place. Right. On that note, we are finally done with Brazil in Victoria 3. We did everything we wanted, we got all the achievements we wanted, and we were #1 in the world, pretty much for everything. So if you're still here from Shen's Raid, thank you very much for sticking around. I do appreciate your company. Shen is a good friend of the channel. And we will be back to Oxygen Not Included tomorrow. I have a plan. We're going to be doing a run where we try and speed run getting Gassy Moose ranched. Because I want to try and set up Brackeen. And I want to try and actually investigate that further with actual ranch design instead of grooming. Because I've never normally bothered to do that. So I want to bother to do that. So we're going to leave Victoria 3 alone now. The Great Wave DLC will come out in a month. That's going to change a lot of things about naval stuff and diplomacy. Gassy Moons. Yeah, the Gassy Moons, they're great. They eat gas grass and they produce natural gas. But they also produce milk. And we need milk to feed the critters. Yeah, we'll come back to this sometime later. I'm actually on holiday from Easter to April... Well, I'm on holiday from Easter until April 10th. But the reality is I'm in Scotland the week after for work. So we're probably not going to be streaming as frequently as we have. But that's why we're going to do this little short only run in the meantime, where we're just hanging out and just doing fairly normal stuff. But it'll be fine. If you like what you've seen, feel free to follow me on Twitch if you haven't already. You'll get notifications when I go live. We stream 7:30 to 10:30 on weekday evenings generally. We will be around tomorrow. We have a YouTube channel where we upload all the VODs. All of the previous episodes of Victoria 3 Brazil are on there. And if you enjoyed the stream and the chaos today, I really recommend that you have a look at the VODs, because we were a lot more organized and efficient at the beginning. It took a lot of effort and a lot of micromanagement to get to the point where we are. And then we kind of just self-sabotage at the end. But, yeah. Had a lot of fun, and I think it's a really interesting playlist, because we did all of the main Brazil things. You should be able to follow it as a guide for like getting the Brazil achievements in this game. There's also the Discord where we hang out. If you have anything you want to talk about with Victoria 3, there is a room for it on there. If you want to show off something you've done, or you have a question, I might try and answer it. I think my understanding of the game has increased a lot doing this run. I don't think it's ever going to be perfect unless I just mained this game, but I don't think it'll be good for my mental health. I think this game kind of falls into the same category as RimWorld. I played about 100 hours of RimWorld, and I realized that if I kept playing it, I would never play anything else. I think there's a lot of games that are just like that. And I think Oni is a good one for that to be the game that I do the majority of my playing on, because it's a relaxed game. I'm not going to get super worked up about it. I'm not going to get super stressed about it. Like, we just do stuff, we have fun. If it doesn't go so well, we restart. We take it slowly, but we get stuff done efficiently. And I think this game started off like that, but because of the time constraint of the actual end of the century of gameplay time, it got a bit more hectic towards the end, especially when I realized I misinterpreted the requirements for the achievement. So we will come back to Victoria 3, but it's not going to be my main game. Anyways, let's go raid someone. I'm not sure who we're going to go raid. But the fish are all happy that we finished this too. I will pay more attention to fish again. Let's go raid 2 Legit City. They're playing Timberborn, which is a colony establishment game about post-apocalyptic beavers, which I'm going to get at some point, because it does look very fun. Random aquarium fact for you. Hold on. The Danish national TV station broadcasted intermission/pause fish at night instead of the broadcast test image in the 80s. Now, that's what I like to see. They've got a good idea. But anyways, make sure to say hi to Legit City for me. Feel free to share some fishy emotes if you have them. Otherwise, I may see you tomorrow, for Oxygen Not Included, for a new run. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.